for example, if you was to get a sentence, what is the highest sentence that would be high enough to make you guys stop doing what you do?
Nothing.
Do you ever
Yeah.
think this is gonna stop, or will this go on for years and years?
Oh no, this will never stop.
Calm, the dark side of the internet, the place where you do not want to end up in. In Calm, people self-harm, extort, dox, and swat others, just for their own entertainment. Today we're gonna dig ourselves deeper again into Calm, but today not just in 764, but also No Lives Matter and anti-extortion. We had two people that were willing to do an interview as well, but we'll get into that later. I would just want to thank you guys so much for the support I've been getting on my other video. Y'all blew us up and didn't expect that. I've also read the comments, so let's talk about them for a bit. They need to make .gov mails inaccessible to number of people. Sadly, that is not possible, since anything online will and can be breached. Who's gonna tell them 764 is disbanded? Sadly, it's not disbanded, since it can get revived by higher rankings in the server or people who are trusted in it. Otherwise, the closest person to the owner will take ownership of it. Here you are talking to them, you're one of them too, huh? Myself, I am not involved in Calm, nor do I support the actions that they do. The only thing that I do is talk to them so people can know what they're doing and what's going on social media and how they can be able to protect their own child or themselves on the internet.
Run from me, darling.
Satan-worshipping cult of pedophiles is blackmailing girls into cutting themselves.
My good wife.
764.
You better run for your life. Run. 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 Run.
Sorry for messing with you guys.
Foot up, bitch, with my dick, ride that pussy like a sit, yeah, fuck, you me, that on me, so my dick, yeah, stay with that clock, I won't run from the off, ayy, new cell shot, if that me, that's a cop, ayy, stop it, ayy, got it, ayy, my brother head out the profit, ayy.
764, probably the face of Calm if it's about extortion. 764 is very known for the things that they've done in the past and what they're doing now. 764 harms children by multiple ways. They force the children to cut themselves, making them so-called blood signs. They also make them hurt their pet, such as cats, hamsters, or even dogs. And for some occasions, if they really want some kick, they force the kid into committing suicide. These things actually happened, and I've actually seen footage of it, and I don't recommend getting your hands on it, since it's actually disgusting in my opinion. But if you watched my last video about 764, there's no need for me to explain everything. You probably already know what they do and who they are. But 764 is probably one of the biggest groups if it comes to extortion. But what if I tell you that there are actual groups who fight against these extorters? That's right, anti-extortion. These people are actively trying to get rid of the predators and extorters on platforms like Discord, Roblox, and on the other platforms. They're actively getting rid of them by doxing them, fending them, or even reporting to the local police station. They get information and they slowly but surely get rid of every single one of them. They won't be able to get rid of every single one of them, but they get rid of most of them. Do you need any help? Or if you want to talk to someone, you can always go to them. But they're the ones who can help you the most. But hey, think about it. Some Discord servers takes weeks to get banned, and these anti-extortion teams can take them down in a couple of hours. They collect username, patterns, and behaviors of known predators. Some teams maintain private lists of databases to track abusers across multiple platforms. If they see someone being targeted or messaged by a known extorter, they step in and send warnings. Sometimes they even message them privately, other times they warn them publicly. They help their victims get out safely. They give them advice, reporting steps, and emotional support. Some teams offer anonymous chats or connected people to real-world resources. So these anti-extortion people are basically doing good. the FPS work for them. They get rid of these extorters/predators. I myself don't really know that much about anti-extortion personally. Like, I don't know about the groups and the lore, but I know how it works since I extorted a predator myself. This is not a flex, by the way. I'm not trying to flex that I extorted a predator. I know it's bad what I did, but it's the least I could do to try to get rid of these predators. And some of y'all might be wondering, who did I extort? I extorted Fisk, aka Daniel, aka the main Fisk man, or whatever, I don't know his name. I'll put it up on screen right here, because I don't remember his name, it's been a long time ago. But hey, I'm not gonna start lore dropping on Fisk too, since I made a video about him like a month ago. If y'all wanna watch that shit, go on. It's a good video. I put some actual time in that shit. It was my first video too that I made on YouTube. But Fisk was a 25-year-old real predator who was dating a 16-year-old and talking to multiple minors on Discord and shit, blah 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 blah. We got rid of him. I think he's inactive now. The fucking Discord got termed. That's what I think. I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked into it after I fucking extorted his ass. But I think there's like multiple pastes about him now, which I helped in. You could just search his ass up on like fucking Doxbin or Twitter or some shit. I also tried to get rid of Teddy, but it didn't really go that well, since I heard that fucking no text to speech was gonna sue the group that I was with. I'm not really sure about that. That's what I heard. I'm not really sure about any of that because I leaked Teddy's full name. But I'm not really sure about that since I got a screenshot from someone else and it wasn't directed to me. So, but that basically sums up what anti-extortion does. It basically just gets rid of the predators, extorters, just the bad people on these platforms. But if you ever like need to talk with someone about it, talk with one of them. They can actually help you by talking with you or just try and get rid of the predator. But that basically sums it up. This person here is named Religion. So Religion, can you tell me who you are, what you do?
I'm a member of 764. I've been involved in extortion comp for about 2 years.
Alright, so right here, we have the next person named Nervous. So Nervous, can you do the same for me, please?
Hi, my name is Nervous. I've been in 764 for around 2 years, and I've been around COM for maybe 4 and 5 years.
So Nervous, can you tell us, what is it like to be in like these groups? Like, what does it make you feel like being in these groups?
Well, I don't really feel a lot. I just personally, I'm only in COM itself for the reputation and the fun of it, like to make friends and everything, okay? But if I was out of COM, I would continue extorting and continue doing what I do just because I have a passion for it.
And can you explain to us, how do you get your rep in COM?
Well, I get my rep in COM by well, of course, by beef. Like if I beef someone and I get exposed for something, that's how I get bad rep, you know. But if I, for example, if I become the owner of 764, like someone has given me perms to own 764, that's gonna be a lot of rep. That's high rep, okay. And any other group, not just specifically 764. And also, you can just like be cool, have a good personality, and you're gonna get a good rep, simply.
So can you tell us, like, you said you extra, right?
Yeah.
So like, how many victims do you have, if you can tell us?
In total, or just under this alias?
I mean, yeah, whatever you want.
All right, in total, maybe I have between 200 and 300.
Like, how do you find these victims?
Well, I can just go on servers and I find some people with socials connected to their accounts, and I just do some open source intelligence on them, and I find some leads, and I just get to work.
Alright. Like, if you can tell us, like, what's the average age of a victim that you extort?
Well, the ratio is between 13 and 17.
Like, guess your youngest is 13 then?
My youngest was 11, but my average is 13 and 17.
So like, if you're able to, can you tell us more about that 11-year-old? How did it go with her? Like, what you made her do and shit?
Well, I met her maybe in 2023, and I actually met her from Dollhouse. Okay, I met her from Dollhouse, and like we became friends and stuff. So I just got the idea to social engineer her, which is getting info by trust, like acting to be your friend, and getting info over time. And with that, I got enough info to like make a full docs, and I just extorted her into making me a blood sign. But made her make a blood sign, and the second time I made her overdose, but she's still alive.
So like, when you make someone overdose, what does that make you feel? Like, do you feel proud of yourself they made someone cure themselves?
Well, I don't really feel proud of it, but I feel some type of satisfaction, you know? Cuz I like do this not to make myself cool, but to do it for my sake.
Can you explain to us by that? What do you mean by your sake?
Well, I just do it like to make myself feel better, to satisfy myself, you know?
So can you tell us, how did you get involved in com? Like, where did it all start?
Actually, that's a really funny story, okay?
Alright.
When I was around 12, okay? I wanted to learn cybersecurity, and I went on YouTube like to learn how to like the basics of cybersecurity. And I ended up joining a Discord server, and they spoke about doxing and stuff. And I wanted to learn about doxing because I wanted to seem scary. And then well, I just led myself into com. Like they taught me they taught me some stuff about doxing. They showed me servers that include doxing. I found some com members, and I got to know them, and that's how I joined com.
Alright, so religion. Can you tell me, like, how does extorting work? Like, what do you do?
Um, I mean, primarily, I mean, this goes back to what Nervous said. You'd gather info on them either by social engineering or you use open source tools. Um, I mean, my main method, yeah, it would be social engineering. I'm not really that good at cybersecurity and all that, but from there, you'll usually pressure them first. Like, you'll go ahead and tell them like, if you don't do this, then like some piece of info will get released, and usually if they deny, you'll just release that info either on like a paste or whatever.
So you just press the victim into doing it. That's what you're
Yeah, it's
saying.
mostly pressure.
So did you feel bad for that person whatsoever?
Um, I mean, it would be more so like pity. I wouldn't really feel bad.
So how long have you been in com for?
I've been in comm. I first got involved in comm about 2 years ago, but I started gaining like rep and like reputation, and started becoming like known amongst everyone in here. I'd say beginning of this year.
Since you're in these groups, right, these big extortion groups, did you ever face pressure or threats? Like, did some other members pressure you or something? Or did that never happen?
Um, I mean, no, not really. It's more like a community. Like most of these people, like we're all pretty good friends. We're not really like the big bag wolves we're really put out to be, despite like the actions we take.
Cause like I hear a lot about like members beefing and shit. Cause when I think like
It's
half a month
mostly
ago.
members of different groups that would be beefing, but I mean, once you're in a group, it's more like family. It's more like a brotherhood.
Yeah, cause I hear a lot about like LARPs and shit, about people beefing about 764 and shit.
Yeah, the LARPing's a pretty big issue. It's mostly just people trying to get a name for themselves when they can't do these actions themselves.
Like, can you tell us why they wanna rep 764 or No Lives Matter or something? Like, why do they wanna rep it if it's such a bad thing?
Just to be edgy.
Fair enough, fair enough. So can you tell us how many victims do you have in general?
Probably a lot less than Nervous. Maybe like 100. I'm not really so involved in the extortion side of this. I'm more so involved in like the IRL content. So
For example, like Novus, you mentioned the fact that your age group is between like 13 and 17. Why is it like y'all seem to, I guess, target younger kids rather than like people who are like pedophiles and stuff like that?
Well, people who are pedophiles, I kind of relate to them, you know, because I'm mostly attracted to minors, you know. So I don't really have a reason to do anything like that. But
Mhm.
why I target minors is because, like,
When you extort, like that, it makes you feel
Like, what do I feel when I extort?
Mhm.
I mean, during it, I kind of feel like kind of adrenaline. Like I feel some excitement because there's a lot of satisfaction waiting for me at the end of the blood sign and everything.
Alright, so nervous. Like, can you tell us how do you get into these groups? Like, I think you need to do something to be a part of the group, right?
Yeah. Well, I mostly find them by, for example, 764 people rep 764, and I asked them for the announcement channel because they post a lot of announcements like Terror Week and like edits and stuff. So I kind of asked them for that, and they gave me it. They include like we are looking for this many pieces, which is like pieces of content, and then DM, and then the user. So I just go to that user and ask to join and stuff.
You just mentioned Terror Week. Can you explain to people what Terror Week is? I don't think everybody knows that.
Well,
I want
Terror
to
Week
explain it.
is when it's when like when you do as much terror as you can. Like for example, Terror Week in the group that I am in, DTA, uh every Tuesday you need to get at least 3 pieces. So 3 pieces of content every Tuesday.
Yeah, go on.
In 764, you're required to get at least one piece of content for every day of the week. It's mostly advised like to spread as much like uh terror and cause as much damage as possible. So it's primarily like focused on IRL content. So either bricking, stabbings, beatings, um yeah, the list goes on.
Mm.
But if you're unable to complete it, you'll be disbanded and exiled from the group rather than people online. So,
So, what group are you in again? If you can tell us.
um, I'm in 764, No Lives Matter. So they're collaborated right now.
So they're like working together now. Like that.
Uh-huh.
So like, what do you do if someone just what if some random person just starts larping it? Do you do anything or do you just let it happen?
Mostly we'll just ignore it or we'll confront them. Mostly to just like scare them because it's real stupid shit. People LARPing groups like that.
Mm-hmm. So like, was your? Did I ask you already how many victims you have? Yeah, right.
Yeah, probably about 100.
So like, what's the average age for them?
Um, I'd say about 15 is like the medium because most of these girls, I find them in like self-harm spaces, not really just like victims. Uh, I don't really know how to word it.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, I'd rather go for like quality, so like those girls know what they're doing, rather than like extorting a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm. And do you ever
Yeah.
think this is gonna stop, or will this go on for years and years?
Oh no, this will never stop. I mean, you see 764 everywhere. Like you see it on the news, you see blogs posted about it, you see people on Twitter posting about it. I highly, highly doubt the legacy will ever die. And like no matter what, no matter if someone gives permission to revive the group, like an owner to owner, people will still be bringing it back.
Mm-hmm. So,
And there's really nothing you can do about it. It's inevitable.
so we'll just keep going on forever.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
you're
like a
saying.
never-ending cycle. I
Like,
mean, this even goes back to when me and Nervous were arguing about it.
yeah, I didn't record that, so.
Right. So religion, what type of like content is it that you get?
Mostly IRL because it aligns with my political beliefs. That's why I joined these groups. It's
Can
mostly
you like
yeah to
elaborate more
cause
on
terror and all that. I could really care less about girls who would cut themselves for me. I mean, I really have no empathy for them at all if they do, or if they do it for someone else.
So, what is it like you more focus on when it comes to like IRL content?
Usually arson. I think that's my biggest one, but I mean, I've done it all.
So does that like
So
include, as you were saying before, about like the beating, stabbing, stuff like that?
yeah, that includes beatings, everything.
What made you get into like the IRL content rather like the extortion side?
Um, I mean, it goes back to what brought me into extortion com. It's mostly like the political side of it. I mean, I was a pretty like edgy like teenager when I first started out. Like I was like a Satanist and all that. Like if you're familiar with the cult Order of Nine Angles, like I would follow all of their beliefs and all of that. So when I saw these groups were being like involved and like kind of associated with it, it really brought interest to me because this is an active thing that's going on right now, and I can be a member of it. I can cause terror. I can cause all this.
Do you like not have the fear of like ever being caught?
I've never had the fear. I've been arrested a few times, and I mean, I've pretty much already accepted I'll either end up jail or I'll end up dead by the end of my life.
Have you ever like committed arson towards like where it's put other people's lives at risk?
It's usually pushed like it's usually pushed that like you put an emphasis on that. Like you should be putting as many lives at risk at once, but primarily my arsons cause like large ecological damage.
Since you probably have friends, right? The convoy friends. Do you have like a second personality, like normal friends? Or is it literally just convoys, convoys, convoys?
No, of course I have friends that are not involved in com. Like for example, in school or in the gym that I go to, because I go to like a lot of places and I found people that are chill. I just have a lot of friends in general.
Yeah, go on.
Like com doesn't affect your real life personality unless you just talk about com all the time. That's just gonna
Yeah.
make you a loner.
But like these people that you know say in real life, do these people like have any idea of what you do online?
I mean, some people do, some people don't. I don't really care who
Um,
knows.
Like, but just yourself getting fed. Like, don't, like you said, don't you just want to stop, or do you just want to keep going and take the risk?
Nah, I take the risk honestly.
But is it worth it taking a risk? All your life, you could end up in jail for like, what, like 20 years. Do you think it's really worth it just to do all of these things?
I don't think it's worth it. I just do it for the excitement of the time, you know. I know it's gonna end badly, so I'm just like, since I've already done it, why stop? They're probably still gonna find me, you know. I know that a lot of girls have already reported me for extorting them, and they might find me again because, like I've said, I've gone fed before, and the feds, the police, they have court docs, so they can just find me immediately and just arrest me. So I just continue.
I have a question for like both of you. What is
Yeah.
like,
Uh-huh.
for example, if you was to get a sentence, what is the highest sentence that would be high enough to make you guys stop doing what you do?
Nothing.
I mean, maybe just like a life sentence. I don't
A
know,
life
probably
sentence.
like anything more than like 5 years, I'd kind of be like a little pissed off.
Anti-extortion? Are you not like worried that your shit's gonna get leaked because of them?
You
It's
can
it's
like
not
a lot
really
of these
valid.
people, like you can easily become friends with them. I mean, they're really fucking hypocritical. I'm friends with a few of them, and I mean their methods of like quote unquote anti-extortion, playing the hero and all that, they just play into ours. Like they're the exact same. They do the exact same shit, but they just try to get info on us. And they make us quote unquote like repent, which is like sending a video of you reading off a piece of paper saying, "Oh, I repent to so and so anti-extortion group." And um yeah, they're basically like logging you out of com with that.
Um, so every single anti-extortionist doesn't know how to dox. Does not know how to dox. They're all about social engineering. Okay. Every time they've tried doxing
It's
me
scare
through open
tactics.
source info, every time they've tried doxing me through open source info, they have gotten it wrong. Maybe over 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Okay. They cannot get any single information correct. Everything is through social engineer, and their tools are ass. Maybe some of the people in AE Council, which is the group that holds like anti-extortion itself, maybe some people in there are like good. They know what they're doing, but the rest do not know.
Yeah, and I can add on to that too. Like a lot of what they use is scare tactics because a lot of these people they could be facing serious prison time if those doxes were released. And I mean they just use that against them. They
But
they basically just force them to turn to their side.
wait, so there are like there are extorters who just literally turn into anti-extorters.
Yeah, they're literally extorters that play the hero as anti-extorters. Like they just want to play the hero.
But you're not scared of them in any way whatsoever.
No.
So that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We put some time and effort into it. We gained more knowledge. I hope you guys did too. If you guys want more videos like this, just let me know. I'm down to make anything really. I just need like video ideas and shit. So just hit me up on Discord or Telegram, whichever you want. But I'll see you later, alright? Take care.
God, I hope that I'm on the right path. I try to tell you you're all that I wanted. You're my one and only. We're right back. I hate to tell you that you're on me. I'll never call a song.